Hello, welcome to 5 Mathtastic Minutes on the subject of brilliant brackets. This is an ultra slim TV bracket, but it's not the sort of bracket we are interested in today. We are looking at mathematical brackets in GCSE papers. Now, essentially, when we are looking at brackets, we are going to be using our multiplication skills. So, for example, if we were looking to expand this bracket, multiplication is something that we're going to need to do. So, essentially, we are multiplying everything on the outside of the bracket by everything on the inside of the bracket, but we deal with the a and the 4 separately. So first thing we do 3 multiplied by a gives us 3a, and then we do 3 multiplied by positive 4, which gives us positive 12. And that's it. Expanding brackets is simply a case of multiplying everything on the outside by everything on the inside of the brackets. However, they do get a little bit more complicated. I'm going to stop and you can pause and try and do these yourself. Okay, and now we're going to look at the answers for them. So top one, 2 multiplied by b is 2b. 2 multiplied by 9 is positive there, so 2 multiplied by 9 gives us plus 18. So the answer is 2b plus 18. This one here becomes 4c. 4 times minus 3, or negative 3, gives us negative minus 12. And then bottom one here, 5 times d equals 5d, multiplied by the 12 with a plus sign in front gives us plus 60. Now these are classic 1 mark question, and all they require is knowledge of the times tables. However, sometimes they do get slightly more complicated, where on the outside of brackets we have a number and a letters. For example, 2a brackets a plus 6. Close brackets. Same rules apply there. We multiply everything on the outside by everything on the inside. So 2a multiplied by a, if we remember our index laws, becomes 2a squared. And then we've got 2a plus 6. So we do the 2 multiplied by 6, which gives us 12. And then we've got 1a. So the answer here is 2a squared plus 12a. Remember, we are multiplying everything on the outside by everything on the inside. We are looking at, again, some more expanded examples here, slightly more complicated ones. I'm going to stop and let you try them yourself. And then we're going to go through the answers. So this top one, 2a multiplied by a plus 9. Again, 2a times a is 2a squared, plus 2 times 9 is 18, but don't forget this a, so plus 18a. This one here, we've got a negative or minus 4b multiplied by b. So again, we start off with thinking, right, what b times b is going to be b squared, minus 4 is going to be here, because it's minus 4 multiplied by, essentially we've got one lot of b. Now this time we've got a negative multiplied by a negative, so we've got minus 4 multiplied by minus 7, which is going to give us plus 28b. Okay, so we've got the minus times a minus gives us a positive. Again, I'm going to let you work out these last two yourself while I move on to the next example. Okay, now this time we're asked to simplify this expression. Now what you'll notice is that essentially it is just two expanding bracket questions linked together. So what I like to do is I like to draw a little imaginary line down the middle, and I will deal with this side first, and then I will deal with this side, and then simplify means to put it in the simplest form as possible. So if we deal with this side, for example, let's deal with this side in red pen. 3q multiplied by q gives us 3q to the power 2, and then 3q multiplied by 1 gives us 3q. Now if we look at the second side, we've got plus 2 multiplied by q squared, so that's going to give us plus 2q squared, and then we've got plus 2 multiplied by 3, so it's giving me plus 6. Now this would give me 1 mark, but the key to this is to simplify, to make it as simple as possible. Now simplifying means I've got to combine my like terms. So I have to look first at how many lots of q squared have I got? Well, I've got 3 lots of q squared here, and I've got 2 lots of q squared here. 3 plus 2 is 5, so I've got 5 lots of q squared. I've got a q on its own here, but nowhere else, so I've got 3 lots of q here. It's a bit of a funny one. And then I've got my numbers on their own. So I've got, don't forget, I've got a plus 6 here. So that's my 5 minutes up. So I can give you some further examples here and here. So if we do look at this one and this one, in fact I'm going to break my own rules. We're going to try this one ourselves. We're going to go slightly over 5 minutes. So again, draw a little imaginary line after the first brackets. 4 times b is going to be 4b squared. 4 times 7 is going to be plus 28. Now this time I've got a minus 4b. So I do minus 4b times b is going to give me minus 4b squared, and a minus 4b times minus 7, minus times minus is a plus. 4 times 7 is 28 plus a b as well. Now again, I've got to simplify it. That will give me 1 mark. To simplify it, say, right, I've got 4b here, 4b squared, and I've got another 4b squared, but I've got 4b squared, subtract 4b squared, they cancel each other out, so we lose them, and then I'm left with 28 plus 28b. And we can't get any simpler than this because they are not like terms. This is 28 lots of b, and this is just 28 on its own. So that is brackets done in about 6 minutes. Well done.